New Marketing for Your Small Business podcast. Delivering the latest opportunities in marketing to help your small business grow and prosper in a digital world.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the New Marketing for Your Small Business podcast. My name is William Schultz with Vivid Concepts Media.
I'm Luke Porter with Moving Tree Media.
And we have another great episode for you today. Today, we are going to talk about why small business owners should have a Google business profile. Now, I have to admit, I don't know a lot about business Google profiles or Google business profiles. So we're going to let Luke kind of run rampant today and share his expertise with the audience out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire some questions at him that I think will add value to our listeners out there. He's going to share his experience, his expertise on this subject matter. We all know what Google profiles are, but we might not all be utilizing them to their fullest capabilities. I'm going to raise my hand on that and say that I'm probably one of those people as well. So today is going to be a valuable episode for me. So why don't we just jump in right away and dig into some of these questions that we have here. But first of all, how are you doing today, Luke?
I'm doing awesome. It's a great day. We're in Minnesota, so the snow has started to fall. It's a little chilly here, but I actually like winter, so I'm good.
Good. And for those of you guys listening, Thanksgiving is right around the corner as of the time of this filming. So even though it's getting cold here, we're looking forward to some time off with the family, some food and some football. So we're looking forward to that. So first of all, let me ask you this: what is a Google business profile?
Yeah. So if you Google your business or someone else's business, Google a local insurance place or a restaurant, on that right side of the Google screen or on your phone, it'll come up the first thing. It's that part where it's just the general information about the business. It's the business name, phone number, website, a map, some photos. There might be a little blurb about the business. That is a Google business profile. And if you don't make one yourself, but Google has recognized you have a business just based on your website or based on other things, Google will just start to make one for you and start to fill it out. But as a business owner, it's better for you to have control over the information that's Google showing about your business. So that's where you'll see it on the web.
So I have a question here then. So, why is it important to have a, Google business profile?
Part of it is if you don't actually make one, there is a chance, and this has happened, someone else could go and take your business listing from you. If you haven't made a Google business profile yet, and you Google your business name, you'll see a little link on the right side that says, do you own this business? Anyone could click that and say they own your business, change your phone number, change your website. So it's kind of a bad business practice to not have one nowadays. But then on the more positive end of things, it's a way for you to actually control what photos you want your customers to see of your business. What blurb about you do you want your customers to see? Which website do you want them to go to? It's a way for you to have that control over what Google shows to your potential customers. So,
when people see your business on Google, obviously they're searching for it, correct?
Yeah, this is, someone would have to search for you for this part of it. This is not more for people finding you out of the blue.
So a term that I hear kicked around a lot is SEO, right? Could you kind of explain what SEO is and then how that's relevant to people finding your business on Google?
So SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it's the process of making your website, your business show up higher in Google search results, where not even if someone's just searching for your business name, but let's say you are a chiropractor in Eden Prairie, that if someone searches for chiropractor Eden Prairie, that you'll show up on that first page of Google search results. That's the goal, because anything on that first page of Google search results is going to get way more traffic than something on page 2, 3, 9, 27. So it's about doing the stuff that Google likes, so they will put you on that first page of search results. And a Google business profile is related to that. Google kind of rewards you for having that profile, and it'll bump you up higher in search results if you have a full profile.
So, you're talking about, you want to have a Google business profile to optimize and increase your SEO. So what are some of the best practices for having a efficient and visible Google business profile?
So what Google wants you to do is to fill out as much as you possibly can, not just your name, phone number, website. There's a spot to write about you, and it gives you a good amount of room. You could write a decent 2-3 paragraphs about your business. So make sure to write something there. There's a spot where you can add each of the services or products that you offer. One by one, it puts in a bullet point style. Put as many services as you offer, get that filled up. Photos are important. And what Google wants to see is at least 3 photos, and it does not like stock photos. So get some real photos of your business, your services, your employees, your office, whatever you can find, at least 3, and make them real photos. And then if you happen to have a video of your business, Google loves that. If you have a video in there, you get another little boost to your Google search results, to your ranking. So fill out all those things as complete as you possibly can.
Where does somebody, where would they post a video at? Would they link it to their YouTube account, or is it something that you would upload?
You have the option to do both. Since Google owns YouTube, it'll pull it right in from YouTube, or else you can upload it once. You get both options. And I should add, a Google Business Profile is free. It's not something you have to pay for. If you just search for Google Business Profile, it'll be the very first link. And you just need a Google account to do it.
And what about the pictures? Where would people do they upload them like you would do on Instagram or Facebook, or how do the photos get uploaded to the business profile?
When you make a profile, the screens kind of look like if you made a new LinkedIn account, where it's just going to ask you, there's spots to do each thing. Here's where you type your about us. Here's where you upload your photos. So it makes it really easy to do. And another thing I should mention now that I'm thinking about it is your location. So if you have an actual physical location, if you have an office people can go to, you put in that address, Google is going to mail you a snail mail postcard, an actual physical postcard. They're going to mail it to you with a code on it to make sure that you are at the location that you say you're at. But what if you don't have a physical location? What if you work out of your home office? What if you just work remotely? Well, then you can put the area that you serve. So in my case, for my business, I just do the whole greater Twin Cities metro area.
As you're talking about this, it kind of sounds like a Google business profile is becoming similar to maybe how a Facebook business page might operate, or a LinkedIn business page might operate. Maybe you could talk about the similarities between the two.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Well, my Google Home heard you talking, so it was going to jump in there on our podcast and answer instead of me.
Oh, that's awesome. We forgot to tell you guys we had a third guest here today. It was Google itself.
And let's go back to that little example before. If you're a chiropractor in Eden Prairie, the importance of having this Google business profile, similar to a Facebook one, is that local search, where Facebook, you can search for chiropractor Eden Prairie and it'll show you those examples. On Google, if you are in Google Maps and you zoom into Eden Prairie and you just search for chiropractor, it's going to pop up with all the chiropractor offices in Eden Prairie. Well, if you filled out your profile correctly, you're going to be one of those businesses that pops up. And if it's a more specialized chiropractic service, something that maybe not every chiropractor offers, but you do, and if you listed that on your Google business profile as one of the services you offer, then on Google Maps, you pop up there. If your video that you put in there on Google Videos, it's there. And Google Images is tied to the images in your profile. So the whole Google family of products is all tied to that Google business profile, which becomes so important for local search.
And I was going to say, as you're talking about this, for anybody out there that's listening that has a service-based business or a retail location, this sounds like it's absolutely, critical that you have, a Google business profile, right?
I would say it is absolutely critical, because so much happens when you're on your mobile device and you're trying to find somewhere you haven't been before. You want your business to be one of the first things shown to potential customers. And if you don't have a Google business profile, that's not very likely to happen.
And all right, so what is updating your Google Business Profile similar to like posting social media posts?
So there is an option on there to post these little, it calls them updates. It's basically as if you were posting to your Facebook business page or your LinkedIn page. You can post these little updates on your Google Business Profile with a photo. You can't do videos yet for some reason. Photo, you get about a paragraph of text. And on that sidebar of the website, when someone searches for your business, or on that first part on your phone when someone searches for your business, underneath the map, the website, the phone number, the about you, there is a section for updates. So if you're a retail store and you've got a big sale going on, people will see that there. If you're a chiropractor in Eden Prairie and you just brought on a new staff member who is an expert in jaw pain, they will see that right there in those updates. So it's just one more way of connecting with those potential customers and having them see what you do more than just a name and a bullet point list of services.
So kind of what I'm hearing is that, Google Business Profiles can be another way that you can connect with potential clients and customers, because first of all, they're and if you think about it, they're almost a qualified lead already, because they're already searching for your business, right? Like you said, if you're a chiropractor in Eden Prairie and somebody posts there and somebody is in Eden Prairie and they said they're looking for a chiropractor, well, that already shows some interest. And you're saying, well, hey, if you're updating your page regularly, your Google Business Profile page regularly, that's going to entice the Google algorithm to push you up further into that search engine. And also, when somebody comes across your profile, they're going to be more apt to maybe dig a little deeper to see what you have going on, because you have updated your page. You have shown that you're operating. You've shown that there's something fresh and new versus somebody that's been stagnant and hasn't been doing anything in a while, right?
That is all 100% correct. And it's probably, it's free, and it's also not very time consuming to create one. So to me, it seems like a no-brainer. You could probably make a really great business profile that serves all your needs in about 2 hours.
Right. And yeah, and I think that's the one thing that we all love is free 99, right? When it comes to doing services and growing your business, because if there's one thing a business owner needs, it's something that's free and doesn't take a lot of time, right? So let's talk about reviews. Reviews are business reviews seem to be have grown to be a very important aspect of commerce, and specifically your business's reputation. I know that, if I'm shopping a business or service, I'm going to look through a couple of different reviews. So maybe you can touch a little bit more on like how business reviews on your business profile, how important they really are.
Yeah, and the word that gets thrown around a lot, and you probably heard it, is social proof, where back in the old days, if there was a new restaurant in town, you'd talk to your neighbors. You'd go talk over your white picket fence and talk about the new restaurant. Well, nowadays that happens on social. It happens online. These reviews are real people most of the time, real people leaving their honest feedback about a business. So it's a chance for you to learn about that business from other real people, not just the marketing language that the business chose to use. And Google uses those reviews to determine your SEO ranking also. So if you have more 5-star reviews, Google will bump you up in the search results. So it's one of those things where it's also all related. And if you get a bad review, Google will start to drop you in the search results. So it's important to have as many good reviews from customers as you can, and recent ones.
And I think too, to echo what you're saying, is that anybody typically under the age of 50, I would say, they are very serious about Google reviews in terms of that's very important to them. I do have a client that I work with that had mentioned they have older clients that are probably 50 or 60 and up, and the Better Business Bureau is still, that's kind of where they go to. And it's a restoration company. So we had created a link to their Better Business Bureau account, but pretty much anybody after that, they're going to check out Google reviews. So I agree that it's really important that you have current Google reviews, not just 5-star Google reviews, but current Google reviews, So that leads me to my next question then. Like, are there any tips or tricks that you have for business owners out there that are struggling with getting reviews from their clients, or maybe they're just afraid to ask to get reviews from their clients?
I think the two most important things are to keep it simple and to keep it personal. First of all, to keep it simple, they'll ask me, well, where should I have my clients leave reviews? Google, Facebook, Yelp? Give them the choice. Let them leave the review where they are most comfortable leaving the review. If someone doesn't have a Facebook account, and I have quite a few friends who've left Facebook, they're not going to want to go leave a Facebook review for you. So make it easy. On your Google business profile, Google gives you a link, a short link. And when someone clicks that link, you put an email for someone, it just pops up the review form right away. So that makes it super simple and easy for them. And then to make it personal, I tell my clients, don't send out this mass email asking all your client base for reviews, because it's going to look like a mass email. It's not going to look personal. It's so easy for people to ignore it then. But if you actually take the time to write a short email and being like, hey, Rick, I really have enjoyed working with you this year. Say one of our goals for this year is to get more Google reviews. Could you find the time just to take a minute and leave us a quick review about our services? It would really help us out, and it would help out future clients to know what it's like to work with us. Just something like that, just an individual email to one person, maybe even throw in some personal detail to make sure they know it's not some form email. Like, have you got on the golf course at all this year? Something like that. So keep it brief. Don't take 5 paragraphs explaining why you want a review from them. Keep it brief and keep it simple.
Yeah, and I'll share something too along those lines. So I have a client that works in storm damage restoration, and they had said, we want to collect some reviews. And so what we did is I created a Linktree account for them. And for those of you guys that don't know, Linktree is a very simple software that you can use on your phone or desktop that creates kind of like these links to different aspects of your business. You could link it to your website. You could link it to a special offer. You could link it to your social media account. You can control all the different kind of links. And, typically there's about 4 or 5 different links you can put on there. So what we did is we created a link to set up inspections, a link for Google reviews, a link for Facebook reviews, and a link for Better Business Bureau reviews. And then I kind of created a template email for them. It's a little bit different than what you were saying. Like, you don't want to send this mass email, but this email is directed for them to send to a customer upon completion of their job. So to go direct to that customer, they'll add a couple different lines, a couple different notes in there just to personalize it. And then also there is a graphic of the owners saying thank you and all of that stuff. And that's what they're doing, is they're sending out that email immediately after completion of the project, and the satisfaction document has been signed, and they know this is a happy customer. And then that customer can go on there and they go directly, like you said, you have a link on your business profile that puts you directly in contact in that page. Because one thing that I've discovered in my previous sales job is people don't want to search too long to figure out where to write these reviews. So if you can remove as many steps of that process for them, and they can just click and get a review right away, they are much more likely to leave a review versus if they got to go through 3 or 4 steps. And so that's one thing that I had set up with one of my clients.
I love that, because the timing is important too. Like, if you are an HVAC company and you fix someone's air conditioner in May, and then if they don't come and ask their customers for a review till November, you're not going to remember in May if the technician was friendly or anything.
Yeah. No, I agree. Timing is of the essence in that world. So I just wanted to touch on maybe one other thing that might be relative to this. I hear something about, or you had mentioned off camera about another little trick that people can do or businesses can do to kind of increase the efficiency of their Google page review. And you had mentioned something about a landing page. Maybe you could kind of touch on that. And 2 things. Quickly, what is a landing page, and then how this trick actually optimizes that Google business profile?
Yeah, so now we're getting a little more tactical. I love it. So To start with, the landing page is just a separate page on your website on a specific topic or with a specific goal. Like if you have a medical clinic, you have so many different services you offer, and your homepage might talk about your company, it might show photos, it might talk about all the services, it might direct people to all these different sections. But if you just really want to focus on your pediatric care, that would be a landing page on your website just about pediatric care with some sort of call to action on getting people to sign up for a consultation or getting people to sign up for a newsletter. It's something that is full of these keywords, and keywords are important to the search engine optimization. It's part of how Google judges where to put a website in his results. Is chiropractor in Eden Prairie, if they have a website talking about how they serve the Eden Prairie community with all these different chiropractic services, and if it's well written and they use those keywords throughout the website, that's one of the things that Google uses to bump up your website in the search results. So this landing page has a call to action, it has a goal, and it has those keywords in it.
Could you do a little bit deeper dive on keywords and maybe give an example of, like, are these things that people put in the back end of their website or their landing page, or is this on the forefront of it? Like, maybe kind of talk a little bit more about keywords.
Yeah, so the Google algorithm has gotten really smart about this over years, where back in the old days of the internet, people could just make a web page with just nonstop keywords just to try to get higher into Google search results. But Google's way smarter than that now. What they're looking for is these keywords to happen naturally and in well-written format, and to be in the title, to be in the headings, to be in the subheadings, to be in the link text. Google wants these keywords to be in all these different places. So maybe that chiropractor in Eden Prairie would write a blog post, and that blog post the title of it should have those keywords in it. So it could be like, new joint pain services offered for our Eden Prairie community. So you get the joint pain in there, you get the Eden Prairie in there. It's in the title of the blog post. The blog post has a little bit of intro in it. You mentioned Eden Prairie and joint pain in there. And then the very first subheading is, what is joint pain? And then the next subheading is our Eden Prairie office, something like that. You get those keywords as many places as you can. Google loves it. And the algorithm understands that this is a blog post and not just some like trick to try to get higher in search results.
And then, like, so if I'm sitting in Eden Prairie and I just type in joint pain, I don't even type in Eden Prairie, but I just type in joint pain, and then it's going to look through different pages that kind of address joint pain, that knows that I'm logged in from Eden Prairie, and it's going to show me this business profile that has updated its business page. It's updated. It's recently did a post. It's been active. It's going to show me that, right? It's going to lead me there. So kind of to summarize kind of what you've been talking about today, Luke, it sounds like there's a couple things that are involved with having a successful Google business profile. In the deeper the weeds, we're talking about SEO, search engine optimization, and what optimizes that search engine is a current business page listing, Google profile listing. You're saying that having a landing page that could be tied to your website, but specifically this landing page that really addresses a more niche or specific need of a potential customer or client. It could talk about having these keywords you mentioned, and these keywords are things that would be relevant to somebody going in and searching. You had mentioned that if somebody has joint pain and they live in, Eden Prairie, Minnesota, they're going to type in joint pain, and then the search engine optimization will put them towards the front of the search. Are all these kind of accurate, and there's anything else I'm missing?
Yeah, and that's all accurate. And then to take it one little step further, just a little bit more tactical, you have to use your real business name on your Google business profile. So let's say your chiropractic office is called like the Spine Doctor, and your website is thespinedoctor.com. That doesn't necessarily scream chiropractor as a keyword. So we go one step further. We make that landing page. The landing page is about Eden Prairie Chiropractic Services.
Okay.
That landing page is what you put as your website in Google on your Google business profile, not your homepage. You put this landing page in. Then Google is grabbing way more Eden Prairie Chiropractor keywords from this landing pages. So you get that extra bump in SEO. But that's getting really technical. That's getting very tactical on a broader
maybe
level.
We'll save that. Maybe we could save that topic for we could just do a deep dive in like SEO. What is SEO and all the different metrics and key things in that. So, I think what we could do is kind of wrap this up here and this topic. Unless there's anything else you can think of that we might have missed out on. Again, you're the expert on this. I'm actually learning a ton today, and I'm actually going to probably jump onto my Google business profile and get it up to par, because I've definitely been lacking. Anything else you want to share with the audience before we start to close out?
I would just say that some people are more visual learners, and even though our podcast here is available on YouTube with us, just our talking heads, if you're a more visual learner, go on YouTube and just search how to make a Google business profile, and you'll find videos that show you actual screenshots of each step of the way. Google does make it really easy, but I know for some people it's helpful to have that video resource as well. But I would encourage every business owner to do this. It is like that important that I don't think there's almost a single business that I've ever run into that shouldn't have one.
I would even take it a step further. I think if you're somebody that wants to know more about this as well, you could probably find Luke somewhere on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, and reach out to him. I'm sure he'd have no problem pointing you in the right direction, if not being able to help you himself, right?
Exactly. I would love to help.
So, all right, we like to share things and projects that we're working on out there in the real world, in our social media content creation and management jobs. And tell me, Luke, what's a project that you've been working on this week?
I just had a video shoot with an acupuncturist. Her name is Rebecca Wendler Burke, and she is an amazing acupuncturist. She's helped me out. She's helped my family out so much. And she is rebranding herself as the Sharp Acupuncturist, which I didn't even come up with that. I'm not taking credit for that one. She came up with that. I love it. I think it's really cool branding. So we did a whole video shoot, and I'm super excited to start jumping in and editing it. It's one of those things that you'll hear William and I talk about, where we shoot a lot of footage and then we repurpose it. We chop it up. We make it for different platforms. We convert some for vertical, for Reels, for TikTok, some horizontal for LinkedIn, for Facebook, just getting that body of video footage that we can repurpose in the future. So I love having a client that is on board with that methodology.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, along the lines of Sharp, right? I have a client, Sharp Exteriors, based in the South Metro area of Minnesota, and they do storm damage restoration. So what I did is recently went out to a neighborhood where they had done I want to say they had already done maybe 10 roofs, and they're going to do, they got like another 5 to go here going into this winter and the spring. And they had a kind of a neighborhood gathering of a lot of their clients came over to one of their clients' houses. And so what I did is I went out there and I interviewed a couple of their current clients and just talked about their experiences and got that on camera. And we created social media content and testimonials that will kind of play out throughout the winter. But also what I'm going to be doing with them is we're wrapping up the year, the 2022, and heading into the new year. I've been putting together some year in review content. So one of the things I put in, I'm working on is how many roofs did you replace in 2022? How many cities did you work on or work in 2022? And then lastly, how many different siding jobs did you do in 2022 to wrap it all up? So that's the kind of the cool stuff I've been getting to work on, and and obviously we've been working on a cool project together. So I don't know if you want to, we got a couple minutes. I don't know if you want to just tell the audience about the project we get to work on together, kind of on a monthly basis or weekly basis, really.
Yeah, United Family Medicine. It is a clinic that serves a wide community in Minneapolis and St. Paul, but also provides that at reduced cost or even no cost for people who can't afford to pay for medical care. They have behavioral health, mental health, they have dental, they have pediatrician services, and William and I have been teaming up on their social media stuff, where I've been doing more of the video stuff. William's been doing more of the social posting, and then we come together on strategy. We come together on shooting sessions, interviewing doctors, interviewing staff members, flew the drone around the clinic and the surrounding neighborhood. It's been a lot of fun working together on that project.
Yes, it's been really fun. We've been working really well together. This is kind of our first full project we've got to work together on. So anybody out there want to see some of our combined work, look up United Family Medicine. It's located in St. Paul, Minnesota. Well, Luke, why don't you tell everybody where they can find the show and take this thing home?
We are new marketing for your small business. So if you just put that in your Facebook search bar, you're going to find our group where we post some helpful tips and tricks, ask some questions, and then post our podcast there. In audio form, our podcast is available on iTunes and Google Podcasts. Just search for New Marketing for Your Small Business. And then the video version lives on YouTube.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Luke, for sharing everything we needed to know about, or some of what we need to know. Sounds like we might have to do another episode about the Google business profiles and SEO and landing pages and all that. But appreciate you, man. Thank you for all your knowledge.
Thanks. Have a good day, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.